What is going on? I'm zmoT. We are going to do all the boom because I have been AFK, away from keyboard, away from all of y'all, more importantly, MIA. So thank you for your patience. We are going to throw code zmoT in all Supercell sources because it is super helpful. It keeps this channel rocking and rolling and gets you the best possible details. So there's a lot of things going on right now, which is why I've got these troops loaded. It seems stupid, but I promise there is some goodness to it. We have the Proto Crab. We've got a new update. We've got Warships Season 82 coming. We've got the Trader here. We've got Imitation Game operations. I'm going to do all the things. Little bit excited, maybe too excited, but that's okay. Now, I'm going to show you some goodness just in case you were unawares of this. Cryoneers doing ridiculous things, which is why we're sending Brick out with them. You might be thinking Cryoneers are kind of crummy, and in most cases, yes, but since this update came out, not so much. If you have a look, nothing that has been frozen is shooting at our troops. We don't need to use shocks anymore, just using Cryoneers. They're essentially working as Shockoneers, but better. Just absolutely stopping everything in their way. So you want to use this, and I love bugs like this. I don't know how many of you were around back when wanks were a thing. Or was it wanks? Yeah, warriors that had the health and damage of tanks. It was incredibly fun for a day, and then it went away. So this is the second instance that I can think of where a bug has been kind of fun and kind of appreciated. So do send yourself out. I don't know what you're going to call these things, like Shockoneers, or is already taken, so we can't be using that one. But I do need to speed them up a little bit, and that's where Brick is, I think, the best hero. She gets those shocks coming out, and just Kavan doesn't heal enough or get the troops out fast enough, so it really doesn't really work with Kavan. But with Brick, you get a little bit of extra goodness, and all you need is one Cryoneer to do one little shot, and then everything just stops shooting. That shock launcher, that rocket launcher, and clearing bases in very, very fun ways. And so I've had a couple fun operation attacks. Do give that a go. That is my #1 suggestion to you right now. Maybe not with Laser Rangers. You probably want to put some slower troops in behind them. And I've heard reports that it's not working on the Proto Crab, so we'll give it a go and see just if that is working. Note that there are bunkers on the Proto Crab, and we can't see what's inside until we throw in artillery. So we are just going to drop all of these ladies and see if they actually do anything good. Seems like they're doing good things, just absolutely shocking things. And just a note that obviously low levels don't have Cryoneers, so you're going to miss out on a little bit of the fun, but just know that they are a little bit fragile. And if we jump back over into this Proto Troop workshop, you can see that we have unlimited Dr. Vitamins. So we have 21 out of 18 in storage. I've shown you how to overfill your storages in previous videos. It's an easy way to do it. All you do is fill your boats up with Dr. Vitamin, which is on that Proto tab, and then you start making more and then empty your boats. It's a little bit silly, a little bit of a workaround. I guess I'm showing all of the workarounds today, which might not be appreciated by some, but I want you guys to be able to have all of the fun. So the Proto Troops this session are not super duper amazing. I don't know if the Cryotank works the same as the... You know what? Let's try one of them as well. I'm not sure if they're actually shocking things. It would be weird if it's just the Cryoneers, but I think it is. So we will just give that a try as well. Note that you can use them on non-crab. And we're just going to drop you about... where are we going to find anything that's ranged? None of this stuff is ranged, so not a big concern. But we will see if they actually shock things, and I don't think they are, as long as we can actually get it to shoot. That was less than ideal. So Not good. Do use Dr. Vitamin with your Cryoneers, though. They are ridiculously great. Will help them speed up, will help them shoot more, and we do have that reinforce button. That was a giant screw up on my part, so I am not gonna, I guess we kind of have to test it, though. Let's just go like this. You will have to click the button to load your things. Let's go like this, and we'll just see if this shocks things in behind. In theory, we should be able to see if anything else is shooting here in a second. I kind of assume they still are, but the only way we can find out is by actually shocking something, and not super duper fun at the moment. So, Cryotanks have always sucked. They're one of the worst Proto Troops. Don't bother using them. Just use, unless you're a low level, maybe that's your workaround to get them working. I just don't have the patience. You're going to have to keep coming back in here and spending the time to get these guys loaded. Everything is instant all the time, so if you don't have... Maybe that's just my instant training. So many mistakes. And of course it was my instant training. So yes, the Proto Troops are unlimited, but you have to have instant training to be able to use them. Just fill your storages, use these guys as much as you can. And for those of you wondering why I did not do a Season 82 sneak peek, too busy, and this tree, although it's interesting for casual players, I feel like it's awful for any sort of leaderboard pushes or excitement. It's just far, far, far too linear, and the idea of building damage without building health just seems silly. I think everyone's going to be building or troop damage all the way through. I do like the fact that there were these 3 negative nodes before both the heavy choppas and the rocket launchers, but let's be honest, 5%, like, bleh, it just seems so linear, so straightforward, and it might be fun, but it's not really worth a sneak peek, I don't think. Do let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought about that. And tokens, our upgrade tokens really seem like a bit of a waste of time this season with nothing really to upgrade. It just seems quite strange. I do love the fact that there's a 2-choice node instead of 3, just a little bit of a wrinkle there, but that's all we're going to talk about Warships. So hopefully you checked out one of the other BoomTuber sneak peeks. Let me know what you think. I will try to do better in the future, but this one just really didn't appeal to me for some reason. But back to the regular game. I'm going to be dropping in a couple Dr. Vitamins here. It is a little bit cheaper to use that instant button, which is kind of handy. So we are going to replace our mechs with some vitamin dudes. Then I'm going to do an operation attack, just to make gosh darn sure that the Cryoneers are still working in a very, very fun way. We are going to throw Brick in, and then we are going to jump in and attack Ribbon Cable, which is one of those operation attacks that should go very well, but you never quite can tell. So we're going to drop all of our artillery because we want to keep our barrage to clear some mines on Ribbon Cable. Down go the rocket launchers. And then some Zookas for some damage, some Cryoneers for some shockiness, and a couple Dr. Vitamins, and then of course Miss Brick to make sure that everything happens quickly. So we're a little bit lucky here because those boom cannons are usually shock launchers, so not having shock launchers there makes this attack a little bit easier. And I am going, I think I'm going to throw a shock just because I'm a little bit afraid of things not going as smoothly as I would like. So we're going to throw some critters there and one of those there, and then all of our Cryoneers are going to clear everything. And if this was not being recorded, I would have left the shocks out, but now that we've got our Cryoneers doing a little bit of goodness, should be able to just walk through all of this without losing any troops, because those Cryoneers keep shocking things. And that's where Brick comes in a little bit handy. It just means that you are going to get a couple extra shocks, which is a couple extra freezes, and just absolutely ridiculous. Is this an exploit? Maybe, but it's available to every single person in the game. This is not something where you have to do anything different. It's not like you have to go up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. Yes, every time I talk about the Konami code, I always say select start because I was the younger sibling, and I always had to play with someone else because we didn't get a lot of screen time, so had to share with the older brother. That was Contra for me, by the way. I don't know about you guys, where you use the Konami code, but I know it applied to a whole bunch of different games, but for me, it was all about Contra. Getting those, was it 30 men? I can't remember. Showing my age, definitely. But Brick is doing nothing for us because we don't have enough GBE. We're going to get that shocked in a second. Look at those Cryoneers keeping themselves alive, just standing in front of those boom cannons. And in a couple seconds here, we are going to use the pull-out maneuver just to try to keep all of our troops alive, but we need that back shield gun to go... Shield gen. Could you imagine a shield gun? Getting our troops to come back here. Our Dr. Vitamins really doing nothing. And our Cryoneers also doing nothing until they get in and start freezing, completely freezing those cannons. So I assume at some point there's going to be a fix that where they turn down the coldness of those Cryoneers, but for right now, do use this to your advantage. Go attack some bases, go attack some players, and guaranteed good results. Probably should have used Laser Rangers, but we just soloed Ribbon Cable completely unboosted and without any difficulty whatsoever. Would Kavan have been better there? Maybe. Probably didn't need our Dr. Vitamins at all. I don't think they gave us any benefit, but just a fun little hack, for lack of a better word. Do come join us, though. Delta 9 could use some players hurting in a big, big way. Still have some beast players like Yucks with 300 intel and Badlands. Like 3 players totaling almost probably 800 intel on the week is massive. And in case any of you missed the update, sneak peek, or change log, or whatever, that 10,000 shards is no longer a problem, which is helpful for more people than you would ever imagine. I know a bunch of you were like, only morons have 10,000 shards. Well, maybe that's the case, but if it is, there's a lot of morons, and I am proud to call myself one. Maybe it's more of a lazy thing than a dumb person thing, but I just can't keep up with my sculptor. As soon as you have more than 1 account or more than 2 accounts, or maybe it's more than 3 accounts, I don't know, but I just have a really hard time keeping up with the sculptor, and we can actually select that red shard thing now because the bug or feature has been fixed, so thank you, Supercell. I know you guys get crapped on a lot as far as bugs, but this is the best set of bugs we've ever had, so we're getting progress in the right direction. Greatly appreciated. So go do that, Mega Crab. Throw your Cryoneers in there. Use your Proto Troops. I do wish the Proto Troops were a little bit better chosen. I'm not a huge fan of Dr. Vitamin, but maybe you're going to use all Clone Riflemen and have a little bit of fun, or maybe you're just going to overload your storages while you still can. So do some Mega Crab, do the imitation game, prepare yourself for the, what is next to be prepared for? The Warships upcoming season, and I am going to do my darndest to get you guys a sneak peek for the upcoming Boom Pass, because I know there are some new skins coming, and I have been fighting to get 2 skins for every Boom Pass because I'm not a big fan of camo tickets. Would love to hear you guys' thoughts on that, but just kind of feels like they're bringing out new skins and kind of like hiding them in here where you have to go looking to see what you can buy. Maybe they just need to implement it in the store here where you get new skins listed. Anyways, code zmoT in the shop. I am zmoT, slowly but surely getting my Boom Beach feet under me. I know I have abandoned you guys a little bit of late, but just life. I shall talk to you soon. Code zmoT. More importantly, comment. Let me know what you think about Season 82. If you ended up getting that Global Top 500, where you're going to be starting, what your plans are. If you like these Cryoneers the way they are, if you think it's stupid, if you're a leaderboard pusher and it's ruining your life. All of the things. Do let me know also what you thought about that new update and the shards and the sky shields and the flares and all of the rest of it. I'll talk to you soon. Time to take a breath. I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.